talk. Chipotle can be very expensive. It can be $10 to $11 for a bowl. Let's go make it cheaper. POV, you're my iPhone. See me trying to act out this one stupid scene. And yeah, I'm just gonna grab some stuff from my fridge. Let's not forget about the garlic. When you recreate Chipotle, I recommend just grabbing all your ingredients at once, so you don't have to see me walking around. I mean, it is staged, but still. You're gonna need like around 4 to 5 types of different seasonings. You're gonna need oregano, cumin, black pepper, chipotle pepper, and Korean pepper, and salt. The measurements are to my left, or right I think, but yeah, also Korean pepper is also optional. Put in 4 cloves of garlic inside the blender. Also bring in 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Put everything in the blender while you're at it. We are under a budget after all. Most of the seasonings you can find them at a grocery store. I usually at my local store, I usually get them for like $1 or less. And since it's mostly free because it's in my pantry, so it is very essential for the sauce to have 7 ounces of chipotle. As you see me pointing to the can, it's very important. It's, it's chipotle for a reason. If you don't have it, then you're not getting that desired spice. We're going for flavor and spice here. I forgot a spoon, so I'm gonna just grab that real quick. Make sure you put everything inside the blender. We need as much spice and flavor, so we can't waste a single ounce. And I can't stress this enough, we are looking for flavor and spice. We cannot tolerate bland chicken, because at the end of the day, black chicken just ruins your entire meal. Marinade, prepare your blender. Oh, peep the new blender by the way. And anyways, we put everything inside. Also, my bad for sounding terrible. I'm like sick today, so like recording is gonna be like kind of annoying. Once everything's in the blender, just let the blender do its thing for 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure the marinade is like a pure consistency, and make sure just like no chunks. We want the marinade to have the consistency of like tomato sauce, not too watery and not too rough. For this recipe, I highly recommend using chicken thighs, but since I don't have any chicken thighs and I'm too lazy to go to the store, I said we just use what we got. So I have chicken breast. Let's cut them up in small chunks. Keep the knife work though, but I'm not really that good at cutting chicken, so please don't cringe. The reason why I recommended chicken thighs is because chicken thighs are more tender when it cooks compared to chicken breast. Because when you cook chicken breast, it's like it gets dry in the pan, and we don't want dry chicken. Like before, like I said, dry chicken just ruins your day and your entire meal. Let's just keep cutting up the chicken breast, and once we're done, we can move on to the next step. Let's finish up cutting the chicken and put everything together. Since we have the marinade and the chicken, we can put it inside a bowl and put it in a plastic wrap and let it sit in your fridge for 2 to 3 hours, but highly recommend to put it overnight. While we wait, let's make some rice. The ingredients are right in front of you. Let's dice those tomatoes. Shoot, I forgot the blade for the blender. That's hard recording and cooking at the same time. I'm not really big at multitasking, but we've all been there, so let's put everything inside. You have your tomatoes, your 2 cloves of garlic, and let's not forget chicken bouillon is very essential. You can find chicken bouillon in any store for less than $1. Once you have everything, let the blender do its thing. We want a consistency of like tomato sauce, like I said before, not too watery and not too rough. We don't want too many chunks because we want the rice to simmer with the purees, and we're gonna have a nice tomato flavored chicken rice. We have 1 cup of tomato puree, and let's add another 1 cup of chicken broth. Remember, when you cook rice, it's always a 2-to-1 ratio. 2 for liquids and 1 being the 1 cup of rice. Let's put the rice inside the pan and heat it with some olive oil. We're gonna have it on medium heat. When you put the puree with the rice, be careful, it's gonna be a lot of steam. So just for your warning, just be careful. Add in your green onions and then we set the pot at medium heat. I was too lazy to fully search the specific vegetables that were used in the chicken bowls, so I just improvised and just added whatever I found in my pantry. Repeat the knife skills though. Just cut your lettuce, tomatoes, your cucumbers, and whatever you find in your pantry, and that's your salad. And for the chicken, let's not forget about that. We gotta heat up the pan on medium heat. We gotta make sure we gotta cook each chicken on 4 to 5 minutes on each side. My chicken looks somewhat dry, but that's why I recommend using chicken thighs. Sometimes you just, if you don't want fried chicken, just put it in an air fryer for 5 to 10 minutes and just cook it in a pan. Now we have everything. We have the rice, we have the salad, And finally, we have the chicken. It's not chipotle without beans. So I have leftover beans from last night's dinner. You can get it from Goya cans, from any supermarket. It's very cheap. The best part of this recipe is that you will have leftovers. That being the sauce, the salad, the beans, or the rice. And if you're craving Chipotle and you're broke and you're just lazy to get Chipotle, or maybe sometimes introverted, you can always just head to your fridge. This recipe is not just only easy, but it's also very versatile. Who wants just plain white rice or lime rice if you just like make the use out of all your ingredients you have in your pantry? What I like is Mexican rice, and that's why I personally chose it. You also can't forget you gotta represent the Mexican community sometimes. Just saying, shout out to them. Also, the video quality might come out weird, so excuse that. Just enjoy me putting the bowl together. Just looking at everything just makes me hungry. Honestly, personally, I really love Chipotle. I go there as often as I can, but the thing is, like, my wallet is on life support. So if I just keep going, that's just gonna make the money go down the drain. That's why I learned about this whole project. That's why you got a budget. And just learning from the recipes, I have so many leftovers, and that's gonna last me from, I don't know, 2 to 3 days. As you can see, I am almost done assembling my chicken chipotle bowl. To be very honest, this recipe was actually very straightforward. And honestly, I didn't expect to be taste that well. I mean, you'll see me trying it later, but like I said before, it's a very easy recipe and I enjoyed making it. Also, not to forget, you cannot forget that sour cream is also essential to the chipotle recipe. I managed to have it in my pantry as well. Looking back at the edits, I never realized how eerie my voice sounds. So just excuse that. Like I said before, I had a cold, so yeah. You're about to watch me eat the chipotle bowl, but while you're at it, you're just gonna see me admire the chicken bowl. It was very nice. I'm very proud of myself. And my dad just hyping me up in the back. Don't want me just munching on the chipotle bowl. It was actually pretty good, very spicy. And also my dad took like 2 bites of it, at least two, I counted. And that's basically it, that's the whole project. Bye bye.